today's going to be the last and final edition of the arm submission series that we've been doing for the last few weeks. It's almost, I think it's actually been 5 or 6 weeks. And this will be the last edition of using that shotgun armbar to set up submissions. Again, if you're interested in finding more out about this position, these submissions, and a bunch of other side control arm locks and attacks, check out the link below. I have a series coming out called the Arms Race. It's mine. It's some of my best attacks from side control. So shameless plug if you want to check that out. But that said, today we're going to actually look at a neck attack, and we'll talk about why that is, and so you can check this out. So Frank will be my helper today since Adam is out, and I'll see you guys in just a second. So again, this is the ending of a series. So if you're watching this for the first time, look in the links below, and you should probably start with the original video and start to go through them so you can see the whole thing that got us here, because I'm not going to go too deep into the specifics of the arm attack that we've already began, okay? But the basic idea so far is that we've been setting up this arm attack that I call the shotgun armbar. And again, Jesse out there in Florida gave me the idea of the name because we're holding it like this right here, and this is the armbar. Right? Now, I've been using this armbar for, it's going to be close to a year soon, and again, it was working really well. And then what ends up happening is when I'm in the gym, just like anyone else, my training partners start to defend it because they know it's coming. They felt it a few times, so now they know it's coming. Now, we've set up several attacks in several ways to get there already. Everything from back mount, we've set up that one. We've set up our arm attack first with the Kimura that then takes their mind off of this arm, right? Well, one of the last things we'll throw into it is the neck. And again, anytime I have an arm attack, I'm always looking to have a neck attack, because the way that you would defend things for the neck and the arms are typically going to be a little bit different. And usually you can get someone to open up one or the other by attacking the opposite thing that you want, right? And again, the neck attack that I'm going to show you is a completely credible neck attack. It's just, again, you may or may not want it. So let's say that we get into this position and we start to feel the person grab their hands back there. This is going to mess up your arm bar, because what's going to happen is you're going to step around and you're going to be like this. And this is not a strong position for our shoulder. And you can kind of, I've gotten myself stuck there and had to figure out ways to get out, because they'll really start to clamp in really tight. And it's hard for me to get my arm out of there. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to start to attack the neck, because while his hands are down here defending that arm that you've already scooped up, the neck is wide open. Now, we're going to do a basic paper cutter. Little thing about the paper cutter, I remember as a white belt, blue belt, I used to do the paper cutter, had some success with it. As a late blue belt and purple belt, I started to give up on it because I was like, man, this is just too basic. It's not going to work, that kind of thing. You know, I feel like every blue belt tends to go through that. It's just too basic. And the actual case was that I wasn't doing it as well as I could have. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up a very particular grip. So right here, first things first. On the bottom here, my grip is going to move from the shoulder, if I was holding the shoulder, to the lapel, okay? So that hand that's going under is going to be grabbing the lapel. Now this hand is going to be grabbing the lapel on this side, and we're going to come down and do our paper cutter. So from here, we got the grip. I'll just make a quick adjustment, bang. Get the grip on the thumb here, and again, we pull across, so that we're not just driving straight on. You could finish it, I guess, this way, but to me, I want to get that elbow down so that this way the carotid is getting closed off on this side, and on the other side, the forearm is coming right into his neck. So I've got that thumb in, grabbing, I pull across. Now, here's one of the things that's been really useful to me as I've kind of like started to rediscover some of these old basic chokes, is that when you're on top and you're using them, you really want to utilize your body weight. So instead of it being something where you try to just like muscle your arms, which is what I used to do a lot of, what we want to do instead is I want to get in here, get the grip, and I want to let my weight come down. So notice I'm on my toes, I'm letting my weight down, and what's going to happen is, if you've ever done this before, if I push against Frank's body, and I'm like right here, I can feel the back pressure. The pressure from his body pushing back to me is right here, right? Well, when I do this, what I want to do is I want to lean on him in such a way that the back pressure coming back to me is in my forearm, right? So as I lean into it, all of my weight's coming down on the forearm, and I can feel his neck right there, okay? That means you have a solid connection to it, and we're utilizing all of our body weight to finish, not the arm strength. Now from here, we get the grip. We pull we start deeper than what we need, pull it across, and again, I'm going to get on my toes, lean down, flex the wrist, and drop the weight. And again, there's a lot of little details there, but again, that's the basic idea. So with this whole series, we've given you a lot of different attacks, but what we can do is, if they start to defend like this, we attack the neck. Now let's say if he comes back up to defend the neck, there's a shotgun armbar again. And so for me, guys, again, just sharing this with you, anytime I find an arm lock that I like, from any position, I always try to find a neck-based submission that connects with it. Because then that gives me two different unrelated sort of, well, I mean, they're related, but seemingly to their bodies, unrelated submissions, right? Because if someone's defending my neck, I'm coming up to defend, right? But if someone's attacking my arms, I'm trying to bring them back down. And so it's harder to deal with than simply just having only arm attacks, right? Where they can just buckle their arms in, or just having a neck attack where they can simply just, defend that way. So again, hopefully this is useful to you. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the series. This has been fun. A lot of you guys have been following along with us for the last month as we've gotten into this. So again, hopefully this is useful to you. You can go back and watch these videos over and over and over again and start trying to add that arm attack, that shotgun armbar into the mix. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. And again, if you want to find more out about this position, some of my best arm attacks from side control. So it's arm attacks from both sides of the arms and the neck, all three options there. From side control. If you want to check that out, go to the links below. I've got a link there that you can check it out. And that's that. So, it's so weird because Adam's not here. Because I say I'm finished, and I go, Adam? And he says, Adam. And now I have Frank. And you haven't been given you don't have a line. You don't have a tagline. So you got something? Like if I say I'm finished and I go, Frank?
You just stare off into the distance. I don't even hear.
So the answer is no. So he doesn't have a tagline. But this is Frank. This is one of my other students. One of you guys were like, hey, when you have other students, why don't you let them talk a little bit or contribute? Well, I mean, this is why, because he's not contributing. He's just staring at you through the camera. I mean, granted, Adam does that too. But Adam at least gives me some jazz hands. How about that? Frank, why don't we just give some jazz hands here?
Frank.
There we go. Hey, there we go. I've got an army of Jiu-Jitsu Pokemon where you guys just say your names. So with that said, guys, I'm finished. Hopefully this is helpful to you, and I will see you guys next week.